Ho ho, holy crap, it's Christmas again already. How the hell did that happen? I'm sure it was only Christmas last week. But anyway, what have I got to talk to you about today? I've got a couple of thank yous. I'm going to talk about Christmas gaming memories from when I was a kid. And I'm going to take you to my favourite place to visit around Christmas. And when I say take you, I mean show you, because obviously I can't fit you all in my car. And it's a long drive anyway. And you'd probably throw up in the back seat, and we don't want that. So, the thank yous. First of all, and in no particular order, it just happens to be to hand, from Johm Semple. Christmas came early this year for me. That is Gran Turismo 6, for those of you who are visually impaired or can't read. Yeah, massive thank you to John. I had been holding off buying this because I wasn't sure if any of my family were going to buy it for me, but I have since found out that they haven't, so John had already sent it. I had a plan, a cunning plan, for if anyone had bought it for me, like family and whatnot, because, yeah, I was not going to wait. When John sent this, it was like, yes, I've been playing it. Those of you who've got me on your friends list on PS3, PlayStation Network, will have seen me playing this. I am going to do a video of it, probably more than one. I'm just getting a little way into the game first so I can show you more than just the opening track, or tracks. I'm about 20% in at the moment. It is, well, you know what I think of Gran Turismo. I love it, so I'm enjoying this very much. Massive thank you to John. Chuffed to bits. Now, from William, SVT512, aka Arcade USA. Christmas also came early. It's a box of, they're Hot Wheels, but they're not just any old Hot Wheels, because they're video gaming Hot Wheels. And how cool is that? There are a number of them. I'm looking at this on the back as well. That one is Breakout. We've got Missile Command. And they're trucks, I think, and are they trucks and cars? Yeah, all kinds. There we've got Pong. Centipede. And there's a dog being an arsehole in the kitchen. Tempest. And I mean, they've got the original art from this stuff was on the arcade cabinets, I'm sure, when they were in the arcades. And this one, okay, this one's come out of the pack, so I can show you up close. I have the pack as well. Atari 2600. How cool is that? The others I'm going to leave in the, it's like video games. I unwrap brand new mint video games and I don't care because I'm going to play with them. But these I'm going to leave in the cases because I think they are collectibles and the cases look so, or boxes or packaging look so damn good. They are awesome. So massive big thank you to William. I don't know if they do them over here. I've never seen them before. I have a little collection of, they're not exactly, well, they were like the precursor to Hot Wheels. They were Mattel, what do they call them? Yazoos or something like that. Zowies, that was it. Yazoo was a dodgy 80s band. Yeah, Mattel Zowies. Can you hear that? So I've always had a liking for that kind of thing, and to have the Hot Wheels with like 80s arcade stuff on them and video games, absolutely awesome. Chuffed to bits. So big thank you, William. That is SVT512, aka Arcade USA. Massive thank you. Now I have another present. I've not opened this. I'm just just to prove it's here. That's from Pattimus. I don't know what it is. I have this rule that I've made for myself. When people give me presents, if they're wrapped, if they're a Christmas present and they're in Christmas wrapping paper, I don't open them till Christmas Day. So that one has to wait till Christmas Day. So thank you, Patti. Yes, also a big thank you to Paul Davies, I mentioned last week before, whatever week, yes, who made a gaming donation, which what that turns out to be will come to light after Christmas, because I don't know yet. So, gaming memories. This is going to be a gaming Christmas for me this year. I know what my main present is, and it is a Nintendo 3DS. It's not a secret, it's not a surprise because it's what I asked for. It's widely known, I'm not a fan of Nintendo as such, but I do like their handhelds. I mean, my favourite handheld console is the GBA SP. I've got a DS. I find it interesting, but there just aren't that many games on it that really grab me, so I don't play it very often. The 3DS, I'm just fascinated by the 3D. So, and I've got Mario Kart with that, and I'll be downloading some stuff on Christmas Day, I'm pretty sure. So that's going to be my gaming Christmas. It's all going to be 3DS based. But I've had gaming Christmases since I was a kid. I'm trying to remember what was the first, well no, the very first kind of gaming things I received for Christmas. So I'm watching neighbours walking past outside, they're kind of walking by looking in like, what's he doing? Because as you can see, I'm not in the normal room, I'm in the living room. Anyway, Pocketeers. These were like pre-video game handheld gaming. I think I was in comprehensive school by there. I don't know. They started doing them in the 70s, didn't they? Whatever. I had some of them. I had it was like a slot machine, one-arm bandit type thing. You know, you put your money in and the wheels spin round. Only you don't put money in it. It's a little plastic thing with a lever you push and the things spin round, and it's like a fruit machine, but it doesn't give you real money, which is a shame, but you know. And I had a football thing as well, where you kind of click it and these little paddly things would flick the ball up the table and you tried to score a goal. And I think that was two-player. I think you'd have one person at each end. But they were about that wide and about that tall, handheld. I don't know what they cost. They weren't entirely cheap. Well, I think they were made by Palatoy, if I remember rightly. They were quite a popular thing before Game & Watches. My next gaming Christmas was CGL Galaxy Invader 1000. I don't have one to show you, but it was Space Invaders, only it was kind of limited Space Invaders. Your screen was about so high and it was little LEDs. Aliens would come down, but there were only 3 columns and they would fire at you, and you just had a little 3-position lever at the bottom to move your base about, and you'd fire back up at them. And given that there were only 3 columns, it played a pretty decent game of Space Invaders, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. I guess it died in the end. I don't really remember. Things like that, the LEDs would fail after a while. They were probably good for a year or two if they were used a lot, which mine were. The year after that, and this would have been 1982, I got a Grandstand Astro Wars, which was awesome. I mean, you'll still see them. I know people have done videos of them on YouTube. I'm pretty sure James Chipsters has got one. I'm pretty sure quite a few other people have. They were popular. And it was using the same technology as Galaxy Invader, whatever it was. LEDs, and it had 5 columns. and much more advanced attack patterns. It was kind of like Galaxian crossed with a bit of Gallagher, and there was like a meteor shower level as well. It was really quite impressive, given the limitations of the technology at the time. It was great, and it just played this piece of music at the start that every time I hear it, I'm transported back. In fact, not even to my own house. It was my aunt's house. They lived on a farm. It was into the kitchen of a farmhouse in Northamptonshire somewhere. And I sat there Christmas morning playing Astro Wars there. Brilliant game. Oh God, it got through batteries because it used the big, fat, big bloody batteries that were expensive. And oh God, did it take 6 of them or 4? I can't remember. It used a lot. So yeah, they ran out by the end of Christmas Day. It was quite a shame. I had this thing and very often couldn't play it because I couldn't afford the batteries. But it was awesome. One of these days I'll pick one of them up on eBay. They're going for... They're not massively expensive, but I think probably finding a good one where some of the LEDs aren't dead might prove tricky. Yeah, so that was my second gaming Christmas. My third gaming Christmas was 1983, and I got an Atari VCS. Was it known... I can't remember if it was known as the 2600 at that point. It was the Vader. I think they did call it the 2600 by then, but it was the all-black one with 4 switches and then the 2 plastic ones at the back. Yeah, which is my favourite 2600 model. I know it's not the classic one. The classic one is the Heavy Sixer with the wood grain effect. And for those of you who don't know, that's not real wood. I know some people think, oh yeah, the Ataris were made of wood. They really weren't. That is just plastic with a textured painted pattern on it, or printed, whatever. It's not wood, it's plastic. But I had the Vader, all black, and with it, Combat, which lots of people regard very highly, but I don't, and Pac-Man, which lots of people don't regard very highly, but I actually found really quite enjoyable. I mean, yes, it's not a great port of Pac-Man, but it's a fun game in its own right, and I spent most of Christmas Day playing that. I pushed it right the way around the clock, on easy mode, because I was a wuss even then. Why play it hard when you can play it easy and rack up a massive score and push the counter all the way back to 0? So I did on Christmas Day. And that was fun. The funny thing was I was, for the most part, playing it on a black and white telly. So I don't think the colour of the ghosts mattered on the 2600. I know on the arcade one the different ghosts behave in different ways, but I don't think it's that advanced on the 2600. And I would have had no way of knowing which was which, because black and white. In fact, are they all the same colour on the 2600? Can't remember. They're all black and white in my head, how I remember it. Yeah, so that was 83. 84, I got Enduro. I can't remember what else I got, but that was like the main game, and I played it all day. I've told this story before. Playing Enduro, like we went round to me Gran's place on Christmas Day for Christmas dinner and Christmas tea, and I took the black and white portable TV and my 2600 and Enduro, and I just sat there and played it all day. I was completely unsociable. Everyone else is sitting there watching telly and they kept looking over like, are you alright? They thought I was sulking or something, because I was a sulky little bastard. But no, I was just in my own world playing Enduro. It was actually kind of like the drive along the motorway to Milton Keynes this weekend just gone. Just constant, you know, non-stop drive. Actually, the difference was on Enduro I was passing the other cars, where me on the M1 it's them passing me. Yeah. So that is my Christmas gaming. I have racked my brains the past 10 minutes trying to remember, have I had any other since then, like adult gaming Christmases? And I can't think of any. I'm sure I've had, now I know I've had games as presents on Christmas Day since then, but they haven't been the focus of the Christmas Day. You know, I've like played them after. I suppose I got to be more sociable and interacted with members of the family or whoever I was with, and didn't just shut myself away and play a video game. Sometimes I wish I could have. Yeah, it's going to be easy. I mean, this year, 3DS, I can sit in the same room as everyone else and not hog the TV and still play video games. I must try hard not to trash my eyes this year. Last year, Android tablet, just sitting there staring at it all. I trashed my eyes by New Year, just after. Oh dear. Yeah. All things in moderation. Not going to get drunk, honest. Okay, I need to move now upstairs to show you the next bit, because I'm going to take you to my favourite place. It's not gaming related. I would normally do this on Benway's World, but I think, no, it's Christmassy. I'm going to share part of my Christmas with you, and that involved going to a certain place. So, follow me. Hello. I just packed up the camera and was moving upstairs to record the next bit, and this arrived. So I've got to add this, because it's from Alec Jahn. I have obviously no idea what it is, because I don't normally do unpacking videos, but if I'm going to fit this in the video, I'm going to do this now, and try not to chop my fingers off while I do it. Sitting here with a vegetable knife, because I'm living dangerously. God, am I going to do this without... it's like you've got to be careful not to trash whatever's in it, whilst also being careful not to stab yourself. Okay. We have a break in the tape. What have we got? What is this? I don't know what this is. We got. There are two things here, I think. Oh. I recognise that graphic, because that's Alec's picture on YouTube. So I'm guessing this is his music. We have a letter here. Dear Steve, I asked for your address over a year ago so I could send you this game. I do remember. I remember you asking. Hopefully you don't have it already. I found it again, finally going through unboxed stuff from my last move. It was there all along. Ha! Also, enjoy my tape. I thought that would be your music. It was released September the 12th. Not sure if this made it in time for Christmas. It did. But happy holidays. Cheers. Your friend Alec. Sir Bar. So that is Alec's music. I will have a listen to that shortly. What is this? Trying so hard not to cut myself to ribbons. This is Top Gear Pocket 2. I'm guessing that's Color Game Boy? Yes, it's Game Boy Color. I don't have that. I don't think I've ever seen, certainly not played that. So that is really cool. Thank you very much, Alec. Am I going to wait till Christmas Day to play that? I don't know. Chuffed to bits. Yeah, I haven't got many Game Boy Color games, so that's really cool, because I have a Game Boy Color and it rarely gets used purely because so few games that take advantage of it. So looking forward to playing that. Top Gear Pocket 2. I played that Top Gear game. I think it's on the GBA. Thoroughly enjoy it. I mean, they're racing games, you know. Yes. And Sir Bar, Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce what that says. Urio. Yeah, we'll call it that. Cool. Thank you, Alec. Right. You don't see that very often. Unboxing. Moving upstairs now, going to take you to my favourite, it's probably my second favourite place in the world, but it's the best place to be at Christmas if you're me, which you're not. See you shortly. Okay then, this is Stony Stratford. Welcome to my second favourite place in the world after Scarborough, but my favourite place in the world to visit around Christmas. I came to be here because over the weekend, as some of you will know if you follow me on Twitter or Facebook, I headed down south to visit family, my sister and brother-in-law, and I'd hoped to see my niece as well, but she was at work. Anyway, they live in Northampton, and Northampton is, I don't know, 15-20 miles away from Milton Keynes, and this place here is in Milton Keynes, right on the Buckinghamshire, Northamptonshire border, and it is the place that I grew up more or less. I lived in it from the age of 9 through to 18, 19, something like that. I lived in a little village called Deanshanger, and the nearest town to Deanshanger was this place. And in fact this was also on the route to my grandparents' place when I lived at Toaster, like from when I was born onwards. We went through this town, we were here, either visited here, drove through it every year, Christmas or other times, whatever. That's what he's doing. This place to me is Christmas. It is just, it's like a Christmas postcard, Christmas card, you know, and when the lights are up, it's awesome, and I just love to go there at this time of year. The nearer to Christmas, the better. Something about the oldie worldy buildings is like, the shops are now quite quaint. They've, with the recession and the building of big shopping centres and everything, a lot of the little towns in Milton Keynes and other places in fact started to struggle, but this town found a way, and it was specialist shops, nice, quaint, lovely little places, which makes it really oldie worldy. And then the buildings themselves, there's some stuff that dates back to like a Tudor era. So it has this atmosphere that is really special, and it's largely pedestrianised or semi-pedestrianised now. This, once upon a time, it was a really, I mean that's the A5, Watling Street, which is a Roman road, but they bypassed it and everything, and now it's, you know, you can walk along safely. But I remember being here as a small kid, and you know, that road was really busy. But the buildings with the lights and the shopping atmosphere now, you know, it's all on foot. It's just like a Christmas card. And if you're lucky enough to find yourself there when it's snowing, and you go there at night, it's awesome, and it's a great place to go for a drink as well, because there are just pubs galore. Look at this. This just, you don't get more Christmas than that, with a little, I think it's Thomas the Tank Engine, I think, going around on the little train set. That's just great. You're transported back there to Victorian kind of era. This, I love it. I'm lost for words just wandering along there. I mean, people were kind of looking at me a bit weird because there I was with a camera. But this, it takes me back to my childhood. My whole life has been spent going to this town. I mean, I miss it. There aren't a lot of things I miss about Milton Keynes. I love the people where I live now. I've lost contact with most of the people from when I lived here, but I love the town. I love the way it looks. I love the atmosphere. And I was just chuffed to have the opportunity to walk along here with the lights up and get some good, well, shaky video. It was a bit breezy. I think I'm going to leave some of the live audio in there so you can hear it a bit. It was a bit breezy, it had been raining, but it just didn't matter. get yourself there. At that time of day, I mean, it was still a bit light. There you are. That is Stony Stratford at Christmas. Awesome place to be at Christmas. And that has been a part of my Christmas most years for as long as I can remember. So all that leaves me to say is Merry Christmas. I hope you have a good one and a safe one and have a lot of fun, and well, if you get drunk, I hope your hangover isn't too bad. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. See you all after, well, I don't know when the next video will be up. Shortly after Christmas. Yeah. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the thumbs up button. I upload videos daily, so go ahead and hit subscribe if you'd like to see more. To all those who've already subscribed, I'd just like to say a great big thank you.